Hmm. Right.
Hello everybody, this is Parveen
And this is Pradyumn.
and we both are probationer in Indian Forest Service 2016 batch, and today our session is about experience sharing of IFS training.
So guys, hello, welcome to the Unacademy live session. We'll be here to update you about the nuances of training which are going on here in the Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy, Dehradun. But first of all, we'd like to thank Unacademy for giving us this opportunity. And we are an educator now on the platform, so we'd be more than happy to answer any of your queries which you might have. You can put it on the YouTube channel in the comment section below, and we'll answer it later after the session gets over. So Parveen, should we start?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
great.
So friends, the mandate of this training is about preparing for the job profile, and the job profile has many aspects of it. For example, one is developmental work, because you are being a territorial on a territorial post. You have every district or division has some 8 to 10 crore rupees. That is approximately budget of development and enforcement. Because you are also one of the law enforcement agency. For example, then you have to read about acts, for example, Indian Forest Act, Foundation Act, National Biodiversity Act, and things like that.
Yeah, and one more, Parveen, so right now there is a lot of pressure on the forest and especially the forest cover of India, which is facing a lot of pressure from developmental activities. So conservation is one important aspect of our field. One more important thing is the newer novel aspects of the, for example, the climate change, for example, biofinance initiative, for example, forest economy, foreign funds by UNDP, Japanese Bank, and all those international organizations which are pumping money into India for environmental conservation. And IFS officer as DFO is the nodal authority for most of these projects. So that is one important aspect of the service. So
and then the duration of the service,
yeah.
this training is 16 plus 4. 16 months is about the professional training, and the 4 month is foundation course, which is being held at Labasna, which is common for all the service. FC for
Yeah, foundation course. I attended the foundation course. It was a wonderful experience. We had a lot of interaction with people from across the services. It was like a festival of services. We had such great time, and we inculcated such good qualities in those 3.5 3 months which we spent at Lavasna. So the training will take place. Foundation course will be from August to December this year, I suppose.
yeah,
28th August
28th August.
to 12th December, and after that you'll be joining in Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy for your 16-month.
This is the pattern for every service. For example, police people will go to NPA Hyderabad, and revenue people will go to NADT and NASEN. Similarly, forest people will come to IGNFA Dehradun only.
Yeah.
And the location of this training is FRI campus, which is a beautiful campus. So much of greenery, so much of facilities here.
British era building.
Yeah, British era building.
Engineering marvel in itself.
Yeah, and it's like when people come here in the campus, they have to give a ticket, some price for coming inside actually, and many movies are being shot here.
So great. So let's get started with the training aspect. Okay. Yeah. So first of all, any part of training is classes. So we have lots of classes. So
but let me tell you, I mean, after studying for 4-5 years, these classes are peanuts. Okay, these are like low. Low is little.
Law is actually it's a bread and butter for any all India service officer. Any officer in fact.
Any officer.
Yeah.
For example, these revenue people have to grasp the
Income tax
of income tax.
Yeah.
Then we have various acts also, and wildlife conservation, ecology, and biology. Oh, you have to read little bit biology also, but that's not very difficult actually. Yeah. Then aspects of general administration. So classes are there, and it's compulsory to attend also.
And they're interesting also. I think most of the classes
few of them are interesting.
Yeah, there are certain. See, forest service is a technical service, no doubt about it. So you have to specialize in certain aspects. For example, silviculture. For example, forestry. Yeah. For example, wildlife management. Yes. But they are interesting. They are a new field for us coming from a regular typical engineering background students. They are a new field for us.
And some of the experts are just wonderful.
Yeah. They're just fabulous. They're experts in their field in India, and sometimes some maybe in the world also. 2-3 aspects. For example, forest economics teachers. Yes. They are like the great teachers, and we enjoy learning from them.
And then the second aspect after class, it's like attachments. So in service, I mean, this is across the service. All the service people have various attachments, and we also have those attachments. So one of them is NP, National Police Academy 1 week attachment.
Yeah.
So these attachments are like some are for 1 week, some are for 15 days, and things like that. Then we have Parliament attachment, which is called as Parliament Exposure. And tomorrow only will be like they will be telling us how things are working, and we will
We will be
for
attending a live session.
Yeah, live session
Both
also.
Raj Sabha and
Because
also-
it's the monsoon session is going
Monsoon
on there,
session is going on,
and
yes.
we are lucky enough to
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah. Then we have NGO attachments. We as forest officers working in the field, we have a lot of work to do with the NGOs. For example, in the forestry and wildlife sector NGOs like World Wildlife Fund, Greenpeace, these NGOs. So we have attachment of 1 week so that we understand the functioning, how they approach the public sector organizations, what is their approach towards them, how do they think about it, and we also get to know how things work at their end. See, because in the end, the motto of both the public sector and the NGOs is, well, environmental conservation,
Yeah,
wildlife
definitely.
conservation, increasing green cover. So that attachment is very helpful for us.
Yeah. So the whole batch is divided into 9-10 teams, and they will be going to different
Yeah.
NGOs. For example, I will be going to the down to earth, the CSE in Delhi, and some will be going to Ajmer or Kochi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and things like that.
Yeah,
Then-
then we have IM attachments also, different kinds of attachments. The list goes on and on. For
Yeah.
example, one is the IM attachment. See, every forest officer has to has to manage a team of individuals working below him, forest guards, rangers, sub-divisional officers. So we need management skills also. So inculcate that. We have 1 week attachment. Right now it's going on in IM Lucknow.
Yes.
So we had a wonderful time there learning about it.
Definitely.
And
back to college for
back
at
to
least
college.
for
Yeah. It was
1
was
week.
great.
And then we have various tracks, because they say that a good forest officer should have strong legs, and being in Doon Valley, which is very close to hills and Mussoorie,
Yeah.
you have all the luxuries for going for these tracks. Some of them are like voluntary if you want to go, and some of them are arranged by the academy.
By the academy.
So we have to go, and these are fun actually.
These are fun, yeah. These are fun, especially not from the wildlife perspective or the forestry perspective, from team building
Yes,
and camaraderie
yes,
perspective.
yes.
We developed
Because-
great friendship on the
Yeah,
tracks.
because when I joined the service, the first thing I did was I bought a camera,
Yeah,
and now I'm into the
Okay.
photography, the landscape photography basically. And so we have local tracks also. Then we have some long-term tracks also. For example, Valley of Flowers. It's a 5-day track, and in August it will be.
So let's move on to the most interesting part of our training,
Okay.
the
tours. The
Okay.
tours.
So
Basically, to be precise, the tours will cover whole India.
Yeah.
And let me tell with full authority that Indian Forest Service has most expanded form of tours.
Comprehensive, in
Yes,
fact,
yes.
comprehensive.
For example, we have 22 days each tour module of West India, hill tour, South and Central India, and East India, which means for 90 days you will be only exclusively doing touring, and which will include from say Leh to Rameshwaram, from Jamnagar and Ajmer to Kaziranga. So it's
Even
not-
Andamans, even
Yeah,
Andamans.
Andamans
We go to
also.
Andamans
So you
also.
will have luxury to do snorkeling in Marine National Park, Gujarat, and sea diving in Andaman and Nicobar, and all will be taken care by government.
Yeah, academy.
So,
It's a
academy.
wonderful learning experience. See, when we go on tours, we interact with the field officers
field
who
officer.
who've put years and years of service in the field, and they've developed certain best practices, which we are like amazed of as youngsters in the service. We thought of doing something this great, and then we go into the field, and then we see that people are actually doing it and making a difference in the lives of the people. So that's really inspiring as well.
Yes. And the thing is that the tours is also about staying in big cities, then also going to
Yeah.
the reserve forest, then also for example Gir National Park.
Yeah.
You have a chance to visit Gir National Park or Petrol National Park in night.
Yeah, we patrolled in the night, and that was initially it was so scary, but then we had a lot of fun. We started to listen the different voices of the carnivores, herbivores,
and looking for different landscapes, and
Yeah,
while
yeah,
you're going
yeah.
to Leh Ladakh. I mean,
wonderful.
that's amazing. And then also meeting dignitaries, also
Yeah,
meeting your
that is a-
seniors, interacting with them. So that's the tour part of thing, and it is exclusive of all the attachments, all the camps, tracks, because we have camps also.
Yeah, camps. Coming to
these
camps.
are like subjects, but they are also camps.
See, camps are basically you have to stay for 1 week, 15 days in the jungle, and then you have to study the various forestry practices. For example, we had an introductory tour.
Yeah.
So in that we were apprised about the different forest species,
Hmm.
different management practices, different types of mensuration tools which we can use in the field. And then we had actually mensuration exercise there, where we were given a patch of forest and some certain group of instruments, and then we were left in the forest to measure the forest wealth. That was something, we learned on the spot. We did it on our feet at that spot, and that was a wonderful experience.
Yes, definitely. And also it will include tracks.
Yeah,
For
tracks.
example, one of the mensuration cycle was in Chakradha division. It's
Yeah.
some 120 kilometer from Dehradun. That is, it's like a camp arranged by the academy.
Yeah.
And it's in reserve forest. So you can think about it like doing. We have all the time also to
Yeah.
spend with each other.
Yeah. No technology, no mobile phones, no
Yeah,
signals.
no mobile
Signal is not there. So you have to spend your time
And
with the
trekking
nature.
in rains.
Trekking in rains. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is there. That is there.
Then the daily routine. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll move on to the daily routines. So
While we are in an academy, what is our daily routine?
Yeah.
For example, they will be starting from PT. That is PT session, and that's the most difficult session of the training. But yeah, people are becoming habitual.
No, it's actually.
And
I
the
think
half
it's
of
good.
batch will be it's good to get up early and
No, see, initially you start to protest against it, you start to rebel against it, but then you have to accept that it's
Yeah.
our fate, and then you start actually liking it, because see, in the end it is doing some good to your body, to
Yeah,
your
yeah,
mind. It prepares you for a wonderful day of learning,
and
so it's good.
And every month there will be cross country race also.
Yeah, in the PT period, every month there's a physical test where you have to pass the test, otherwise some committee will be sitting. But it's manageable. I think everybody passes that test, because the PT instructors and everything is so good here. They train you good, they train you well, and you're see, they're preparing you for a career of forest service.
Yeah.
You have to be active in the field. You can't just sit on a chair and sign papers. You have to go out in the field, and you have to trek distances, you have to cover distances. So PT is a fundamental part for that.
Then games. And
Games in the evening.
After classes, in between, and then there are games. So games part is a very nice time, because finally you are back to college. You
Yeah.
have all the luxury to play any
And
sports.
we have a wonderful ground here,
and
right?
learn new sports. For
Learn new
example, lawn tennis. I never
Yeah.
played lawn tennis,
Yeah.
but here we have all the facilities to play and learn also.
So, more importantly, Praveen, I've never seen a more beautiful ground than here. It's a very
that's
beautiful
true.
ground, very big ground,
That is
and the games also helps us in developing certain characteristics. See, when you go back to your district, these are the things which will keep you sane, which will keep you connected to your roots, and these are the things where you can socialize with people from other services. Because see, we all know that a lot of work doesn't gets done through formal channels.
Yeah.
These are the sports games. When you meet people on other services, you meet on informal platforms, then you discuss your problems, and then the work gets done.
Yeah.
So that is one thing which has been taught in the academy, that you learn some game, you gain a respectable level of efficiency in it, so that you can interact over it with other people, and then socialize, and do things like that. So that is also an important thing of our training. And now moving on to modules. There are modules. Yeah.
For example, module of Wildlife Institute of India, because these are like these are you can say sister organizations which
Yeah.
are under MOEF only. For example, Forest Survey of India and Wildlife Institute of India, and many more institutes are here inside the campus only, and some are outside also. So we have modules on wildlife management by WII. Even yesterday, director of WII, Mr. V. Mathur,
Yeah. He
presented
addressed
one.
us.
He addressed on this same
Biodiversity.
aspect. And then, for example, biodiversity module by NB, National Biodiversity Authority. The secretary, who is also IFS officer,
Yeah. 95
was here for 2 days, and he also interacted with us on this National
Yeah.
Biodiversity Act. And
See, these are the new fields. These
Yeah.
are the new fields which, see, senior officers also came in that module, and they were telling that we never got that training during our time, and we wish we could have got it. And it was our batch which got that training, especially the biodiversity module. So these modules, are in keeping with the need of the time, with the need of the hour, the changing nature of the forest service.
Yes, yes.
And these modules definitely enrich our experience and our knowledge as a forest officer, because these are the new fields which are opening up in
for
the
example,
world. Climate change, forest economics.
Yeah, forest
These are the new fields which are opening up, and the country is looking for experts
Yeah.
to represent India on international platform.
Yeah. And then the other aspect of training includes various trainings in arms training.
Yeah.
You have a good holdover in SAS rifle, AK-47, how to open them, how to assemble them back, and then we had a good time firing from Insas rifle,
Insas
shooting
rifle,
from
yeah.
Insas rifle.
See,
and it is conducted by experts of Indian Military Academy in IMA itself, because IMA is next door.
We
actually.
are definitely making good use of our neighborhood.
IMA.
So
Then we have swimming module also at IMA.
Yeah, I am a swimming module.
It's a 2 weeks module, because some of we are learning swimming actually. For example,
for the first
me,
time.
For example, me, and then
the horse riding module is there in
horse
IMA. We are
riding.
definitely making full use of the bouquet of services which IMA has for its cadets. So we are also taking avail of it. So we are learning horse riding also, swimming also, weapons firing also, everything. IMA, we are FRI and IMA, they are having a very good relationship regarding this. So apart from that, we have motor mechanics, motor driving, all sorts of things which a person might need in your life. So this training. So coming to the last,
and we do have subjects like for example, civil engineering. Because since you are managing 23% part of the India, the land of the India. So it means that you do have to cover civil engineering part of it also. For example, construction of roads and
bridges,
buildings,
water harvesting
inside the forest area,
forest.
whether it's protected or reserved or say national park or sanctuaries. That's why they have
all encompassing training, different streams of engineering, sciences, technology, economics, everything is, they try to cover sort of everything, and then they let you choose, which field you want to expertise in, because we have this concept of optional subjects also. There are 3 terms in the training. In each term you have to choose an optional subject, and that optional subject, you can choose according to your understanding, according to your interest. You can choose your guide, and then you have to work on it. So they give you a bouquet of services, and then they let you choose in which you want to specialize, and that I think is a
for example
really good
GIS.
GIS.
Geographical Information System.
That is going to be the bread and butter of our service in the coming years.
Burning area.
It's a coming area.
And then the last part is, one of the last part is foreign exposure tour.
That is where
we do have one foreign exposure tour also. The batch will be divided into 2 parts. One will be visiting to I think Spain and France, and another is
Spain,
Finland,
France, and Vatican City. One group, and the other group will be going to Finland, Estonia, and Russia. It will be a 12-day tour.
12-day tour. So that is also a good thing to have some foreign exposure. People like me who never went outside.
So it's like basically they are giving you a glimpse of what the foreign forest management practices are, and especially countries of the northern Europe, they are very good, very.
So these tours, whether it's in India or whether it's outside, it's all about learning the practices which are being followed there, so that you can if you are in your district or in your division, and you are facing a certain problem, or say you are say director of any national park, and you are facing this and this problem. Now you can correlate that problem was there, and that management skill was there.
You have to think on your feet at that moment, because there is no precedence of such a problem. Maybe sometimes.
And another aspect is cultural things. We have a lot of these societies here. One of the secretary of cultural society is Pradyumn himself.
So these societies, these are basically a part of personality building. So there are certain societies, like in every academy there are societies, and then you have to work, they organize events, you have to actively participate, and then you develop your
For example, we will organize Dandiya dance now.
Sure. Why not?
Now things like that. Cultural events, then the nature walks. We have a nature society also, and we do have all these things.
Exactly. So how much time? It's 20 minutes. We have a few minutes. Should we take
2-3 minutes more?
Should we take a couple of questions? Maybe.
No. It's not
okay, we'll reply it later. Okay. So this is it. I think we'll wrap up, and we'll put your questions on the channel in the comment section below, and we'll try to answer them as soon as possible. And
this session was not about preparation and things like that. This session was more about sharing our experience, how training goes. For example, in the sense that many people will join service new this time also. For example, in 28th August.
28th August they are joining in Abasna.
So it will be useful for them also, and also for overall idea about how training is going on in Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy, and further we will try to put sessions on how to prepare
Yes, yes, yes,
choosing
definitely, why not?
optional and
Yeah.
totally based on how people will take it.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be up for that, and we'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So I think,
In the end, I just want to say that training is all fun. You
yeah,
can do
it's
all,
fun. It's
because
fun.
after 3-4 years in a room, studying various subjects,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe GS or maybe optional.
It breaks the monotony, basically.
Yeah, finally you have time all for yours, and with full salary you can enjoy with
Yes,
no
yes, yes.
responsibility. I mean, there are responsibility
responsibility.
of studying and things like that, but still you can enjoy.
Yeah, yeah. So that's it. That's it from our side. Thank you guys for listening us and tuning to on An Academy. We thank An Academy for giving us this opportunity.
Yeah. And you can put questions. We will
Yeah, we'll definitely.
love to answer those. I myself, Parveen Kaswan.
And this is Pradyumn Gaurav.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.